any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Great to have you with us at Dwight L. Perry Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio, home to the Bowling Green Falcons. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Bowling Green Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Collins and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bearcats have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Back to pass, it's Bowling. Got the quick pass. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Let's talk about Bowling Green for a minute. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Moore. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The short hands, it's Moore. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
The Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? All right, guys, let's talk about Bowling Green. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Looking for a gap. It's Hester. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running to the left. There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Bearcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out. Incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it to the right. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He's got 50 yards rushing now. What a way to start this season. And the Bearcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Falcons getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And let's listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, BG. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Another ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back, taking your own end. It simply can't happen.
Back to pass, it's Bolden. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Got it. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. With those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Troy. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got 59 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Off play action. He lets it fly. What a grabble on the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking downfield, it's Kinsey. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the tailback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati! He'll try to tack on one more.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. It's Bowling. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page.
Breaks into the open on the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Holds it in. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it in and cross it. Touchdown, Falcons.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The give is to Williams. Powers through the defender. He's now up to 71 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back in the coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go. And they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Bearcats want to move quickly. The perfect throw off the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Bowling Green. The defense putting points on the board.
Linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field.
comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Kinsey. He lets one fly deep. Makes the catch at the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. At the 40, there he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And a big run for this offense. I'll tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
Working downfield on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, BG. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air, it's Kinsey. Looking left. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Oh, they're after him. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. He's going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They're ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He unleashes a long one. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. That'll close the gap to 14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Falcons will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's Kinsey. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He's up to 107 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. The Bearcats are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Simmons. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run. And they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
He slides that just inside the right upright. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to hit.
There he goes. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20th to 19.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy that you can give the ball that can make such big plays? It makes play calling fun. It makes offense fun. Everything's built off of this, but when you can block it up front and give the ball to a speed so they can fly down the field, offense is a heck of a lot of fun.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Bowling. Bears the pressure. Moves away as he feels pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight it up.
Touchdown, Bowling Green. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving it up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 4 over Penn State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's a really good job by this this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Back, the Falcon offense will go to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right slot.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Boley. Right down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Fighting off the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barber. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Falcons can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Finding open areas. Turning it on. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop. And he's having a day.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. block better? How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting.
And the ball's free deep in his own territory. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover. Bowling Green has it back and they'll send the offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want them.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. The Falcons will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Going to try to get it himself. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
There's not many play calls on the sheet. Just a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
There's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Rides the back on the option to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Gives it on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's taking the deep shot. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself,